I know N+1 is real, but there's only so far you can push that, right? Good afternoon and welcome to what is quite a chilly ride this afternoon. We were hoping it was going to be a bit warmer than this, but I'm out with Rayaan this afternoon and we are on the Coal Green Way in Hertfordshire, making our way from Hertford to St Albans for no other reason than we just had a spare afternoon. So the main reason we're going to St Albans is because there's a pump track there and Rayaan's been bugging me for ages to take him to a pump track, so that's what we're doing. So as I say, we are on the Coal Green Way, which is an old disused railway line which has now been turned into a beautiful cycle and walking path. So we've got some beautiful off-road, no traffic sections of riding, which is always nice. That's Chris. It's you! Do you know what I saw from right up there? I was like, I recognise that bike, that's Chris. And so we've literally just started on the Coal Green Way and look who we've bumped into.
Hello. I rode out to see Josh, my younger son, play football, and I thought this is really hard work. And then when I got there, I realised that the rear caliper was logged on. So
Oh dear.
It's going in for its 500 mile service, but it's done 700 miles. But look, I've worn through the tape.
Oh. Too much power. Too much power.
Too much power.
Good to see you, old boy.
Good to see you.
See you later, mate. Well, that was my good friend Chris, randomly bumping into him. He does live in Hertford, so I guess it's not that random. And just on his way back, so he's got about another 3 or 4 miles to go back home. We've still got 26. Let's see how this goes. We've only done about 2.5 miles, so we've still got a good 10.5, 11 to go, but we've stopped at one of the old platforms. So we are up on the raised platform at the moment, and down there is where the train track used to be. I do love all these old railway lines that have been turned into bike paths and walking paths. It does make for an interesting ride and some interesting viewing. Right, you good to go? Yep. Let's do it. So although we are on gravel bikes at the moment, Rayaan has most recently been putting a lot of time in on a BMX, believe it or not, because he's just started high school and one of his high school extracurricular after school clubs is BMX racing. They never had anything like that back in my day. After school now, 1 day a week, he gets bussed up to BMX track and he gets taught BMX racing by former British champion Jules Allen. How's that for a teacher? So he's actually just been telling me he thinks that his BMX training has given him a lot more leg power and he wants to show off his sprint strength. So he's just told me that his bike computer was saying that he was doing bumpy few routes through the path there. Yeah, he was just telling me that his bike computer said that he got to 32 kilometers an hour on that sprint. So 16 miles an hour, not bad for an 11-year-old. Plus it was uphill, in fairness to him as well. Ooh, more routes. Yeah, uphill sprints are never fun. Of course, a brief stop to pick up a shiny conker.
Alright, let's go.
Riding with 11-year-olds. You good?
Yeah.
Right, so having done a little bit of a road stint through just before Hatfield and then through Hatfield, we're now back on some bumpy way. We're now back on some bumpy old railway lines. Beware of ghost trains, the signs are telling me. Are you alright with that?
Yeah.
And we've probably only got about 3.5, 4 miles left to go now to get to St Albans,
Yay.
where the main attraction happens. Well, the main attraction for this one anyway. The main attraction for me is going to the cafe for a bite to eat because I'm absolutely starving.
Same here.
You've eaten?
Yeah, I know, but I'm always hungry.
This boy had breakfast just before we came out. A packet of crisps, a banana and an orange, and you're still hungry. Can't stop him sprinting now. Right, well we really can't be that far now because I've just seen a sign for Verulamium, which is the Roman visitor centre in St Albans, because St Albans was quite a big Roman settlement, known as Verulam in Latin. There you go, the more you learn. You get a history lesson on this channel too.
I love cycling.
What do you love about cycling?
It's very tranquil and peaceful, except when I'm sprinting and going, ah, let's go!
Loves it, bless him.
Hill End. You have arrived at your destination. Please ensure you have all your luggage before departing. Thank you for going with the ghost train.
Too busy making train announcements and not looking where you're going. Right, we've made it to the caf, so time for a very, very much needed bite to eat, and then we'll head to the pump track. Right, well that was a very nice all-day breakfast consumed. Now we've just got the short trip. It's about 1 mile to the pump track, and this boy couldn't be more excited. Does that look good? So tell me a bit about your BMX racing training.
Well, we usually start off going on the flat and like just doing like maneuvers like slaloms and wheel lifts, and then we get into the track and we like just do pumping for a bit, and then we do like usually do the challenge of trying to get around the whole thing without pedaling. I got around the first straight without pedaling, but I can't do the whole thing.
Just started using the gate.
Yes.
And how are you finding that?
It's hard when you have to stand up.
So you have to like track stand.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fair to say we won't be taking part in any dirt jumps today on the gravel bikes. And even if we did have dirt jump bikes, I wouldn't be taking part. I don't fancy a broken arm or leg. Right, should we go back to the pump track? Let's do it. Right, let's have another go around the pump track. How do you feel of pump tracks now?
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, that was insane. It was really good. Oh, and when I was going up the first flare there, my wheel went up onto the big one, and I was like, ah, I'm gonna die! But then I managed to stay on.
Oh, but you didn't die.
I didn't.
That's good. Oh, it's always good when you don't die. Right, we're ready for the return to Hartford?
Yes, sir.
Right, let's go. So how did you end up on someone else's bike?
Oh, so the guy, he said, wow, your bike looks really cool. Can I have a try? And I was just like, yeah, sure. And then he said, yeah, if you want, you can go on my bike as well. Just had a couple of spins around on it. It was pretty good. So yeah.
What was better, the jump bike or your bike?
Well, it depends what it's for though, because like this bike is better for like riding around and stuff, but that bike was definitely better for like obviously going around the track and stuff.
So that felt better on the pump track, did it?
Yeah. It
Right.
was like you can get more power into the handlebars and stuff like that.
So is that another bike you're going to be pestering me for? Right, so watch this space. There might be a jump bike build coming soon. I haven't got room for the bikes I've already got. It is starting to look like a bike shop in my garage. It's getting a little bit ridiculous, I'm going to be honest. I know N+1 is real, but there's only so far you can push that, right? Right, back on the Coal Green Way, although I think it's actually called the Albans Way at this end. But whatever it is, we're back on the cycle track with just the small matter of the 13 miles back to the car. Let's go. Someone's getting a little bit cocky. He rides with the confidence of a boy who's never fallen off a bike. Okay, about 4 or 5 miles left to go now. We are back well and truly on the Coal Green Way. Annoyingly though, I've just taken a phone call from my wife and I was using Komoot on my Garmin. Ordinarily, I just send the Komoot routes to my Garmin and I use the Garmin map to navigate. But for whatever reason, when I tried to start this ride, it hadn't transferred over to the Garmin proper. So I had to go into the Komoot app on my Garmin and use the map on there, use the route navigation. And when I took the phone call from my wife, Komoot seemed to have a bit of a brain fart and closed down. So I thought, well, never mind, because the Garmin will still be recording the ride. As it turns out, no, it's not. So the last 22 miles or so haven't been recorded. And as we all know, if it's not on Strava, it didn't happen. So that is fairly frustrating. But the entire point of today's ride was to have a nice few hours out with Rayaan. So I'm only a little bit sore about it not being on Strava. No, it's not important. Being out with Rayaan's important. Note to self, definitely make sure that the rides have transferred from Komoot to Garmin so I can use Garmin navigation next time. I'm never using the Komoot navigation on my Garmin again. Very frustrating. Although, as Rayaan has just pointed out, he's recording it on his IGP Sport BCS 100 budget by a computer, which loads onto Strava, so he's going to tag me in his Strava. The other thing about this kid is that he hates to be behind me. He's always got to be up front, so the moment I go behind him, all I hear is on your left, on your right, as he wants to come steaming by. He's not competitive at all. But that viaduct spells the end of our ride. A good, how far have we gone? 50.20k, let's call it 50k. So a good 31 miles. Although my Garmin is currently saying that I've done 6.8 miles. Again, not frustrated about that at all. Right, let's get up to the car, get the bikes back on the roof. How was that? What was the best bit?
Sprinting up that hill.
Oh, not the pump track.
Oh wait, hold on, I forgot.
So you like hills, do you?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. If you take on the Coal Green Way from Hertford to St Albans, the best bit is some random uphill section around about Hatfield somewhere, and then second best to that was the pump track. But yeah.
No, the pump track was the best.
Oh, the pump track was the best. Sorry, he's changing his mind now. But anyway, on that bombshell, I am going to get the bikes back on the roof and we're going to go home for a nice hot roast dinner this afternoon. So thank you very much for watching. This one was a bit of a random one, but it was a lovely ride from Hertford to St Albans, and it's never a bad ride when you're taking a ride out with your son. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you
in the next one. Bye bye.